if you like, hand over power after the 5 years had expired. Now he talks about the fact that the country has been badly ruled, and he talks about that the president is so partisan. Well, welcome to Good Morning at DRC TV. We are very excited to be able to bring you breaking news here in the Democratic Republic of Congo. You know, we value our channel because we talk about things that are happening in Africa, particularly focusing on the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now that we are coming to elections, there is so much that is unfolding. Before I go on, can I please ask you to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to our channel? Give us thumbs up, and let me ask you to share this link with other people. Let's get into a top story today. We want to let you know of this person here called John NUMBI. Now, if you will recall, for some of you who are viewers of this channel, about 2 weeks ago, I did post something just basically to talk about the man, John NUMBI. He was a general, and he is still a general, but a fugitive. He's no longer in the Democratic Republic of Congo. He is in one of the neighboring countries. It may well be that he is in Rwanda, because many of the fugitives who are now against this regime, that is where they are hiding. Now, this man has, in the last 24 hours, released a video in which he threatens the current regime. And he speaks a lot of bad things, if you would like, against the current president. Now, he speaks of a deal. Now, a deal that supposedly was struck between the president, the now president, and the ex-president. In some of those things that he highlighted, he mentioned the fact that he was there as a witness, and he named other people who, some of them are deceased. Among the things that he's outcrying for, or he's accusing the current president, Fatshi, of doing wrong. He said that actually he has not ruled the country as it was supposed to do it. He said that basically during the deal, or one of the clause within the deal or contract, or the statement was that he was going to, if you like, hand over power after the 5 years had expired. Now he talks about the fact that the country has been badly ruled. And he talks about that the president is so partisan, and he mentioned the fact that tribal groups have basically taken ascendance into the political sphere. And he says that the country is divided as never before. And he also mentioned the fact that the current president was actually put in power by somebody who he calls the one who made the monster. So he said the one who made the monster has the power to reduce him to nothing. And to those who actually follow the political situation in the DRC, they would know that he's referring to the ex-president. Now, they believe somehow that this deal was actually struck between them to give him power. And he said, because we gave you the power, we have the right to take it back as well. Now, I wonder, I'm asking myself a lot of questions. Now, he obviously gives a statement to put the, if you like, the army on alert, and giving them some instructions on what to do. Now, I very much, those who can analyze and understand the psychology of the man, they will say to themselves, like, if this man was so tough, and then he knew what he was doing and he was ready to do it, he would not announce it on television or a televised message to get the regime to prepare for his coming. He would just go and do it, carry out the coup. Who would carry out a coup and yet stand on the hilltop and then shout from then on, yes, I am coming? Nobody does that. That tells you that the man is a mouse hiding somewhere. Now, what we do need to understand is the fact that only yesterday, as it were, no, even just today, when the president, Fatshi, obviously applied or reapplied for the role for the coming elections, he this is when this general actually released this video. Now, I don't know whether in their mind they didn't think that he was going to run for a second term. I don't know whether this was agreed or was a deal that somehow he will not run for the second term. But once he did apply for the second term, it seemed to have gone so far as to bring all these comments that we are listening from left and right. But the language, the tone of his voice tells us that, this man is somewhat angry about the whole situation. But he's a fugitive, like I said. If he's a man, he wanted to fight, he wanted to do whatever he wanted to do, he would have stayed in this country. He's a fugitive on the run. But it got a lot of people thinking. They're asking themselves questions. Is it true? Was there some kind of a deal? If there was a deal, what are the statements? What are the clauses? What does it mean that, he said that, okay, because we gave you power, we're going to take it back? What does that mean? Does that mean that, what was done with the election wasn't real? What is he talking about? What kind of a deal? What is it that happened that the people of Congo don't know? We do know that there was election in 2018. And President Fatshi won the elections. And this is what came out of the bureau or the office of Seni. And then it was confirmed by the constitutional court. And this is the mechanism or the body that is appropriate to announce who the next president is. But as I understand it, that the previous government or the previous regime, because of all the atrocities, all the evil that they did, they wanted to have some kind of security that that this government or this regime wouldn't go after them. So they actually had some deal for their protection, and that is, as far as my understanding, or from what we have seen so far, is that the deal is only to protect them, that they would not be pursued, and that there would not be witch hunting, so that they can go and arrest the dictator or the people that work within that regime. So this is the point, that if that deal was only to do with that, I mean, what has changed? Why so much noise going around now that the president has put down his name or has applied for a second term? Why is that bothering so many? Why is he rattling the feathers of other people? I know why, I think. Because what is happening here, that people do believe, and they are thinking within themselves, that if he goes on his second term, that there might be chances that he will change the constitution. And when that constitution does change, it means that they will remove a lot of protection that they have put in place in order to keep them safe. That means those of the old regime. Maybe that's what they're afraid of. Maybe that's what is ticking them, and they're thinking, no, we better stop it right now. But I also have to admit the fact that a lot of people didn't actually think that the election will take place, because they have done a lot of things really to stop the elections from taking place. But now where we stand at the moment, everybody is convinced that these elections will take place. And they know that if it takes place, then Fatshi will have a second term in office. And that is taking away sleep from their eyes. They cannot stomach the fact that this president is going to be re-elected. So they've decided to do whatever they can in order to sabotage what is happening. And this is why he released such a video. But the man, like I said, he's a fugitive. He's outside of the DRC. He threatened that, okay, I will do this and I will do that. That remains to be seen. What sort of support does he have? What sort of support does he have? It's not clear. Who is backing him up? It's not clear. But some, like I said, will suppose they're thinking that he is working with the old regime in place, and they are the ones that are supporting him. They're the ones that are giving him the ammunition. They're the ones that are basically giving him the information and the logistics and whatever. But right now, what we do know is that he doesn't have much support. And right now where the country is under the rulership of the current president, that is Fatshi Beton. And he has done such a wonderful work that many of the officers are loyal to him. Even those who work with the old regime, they are loyal to him right now because of the changes and the improvement that he has brought within the army. Loads of money have been invested, and a lot of people are actually trusting that moving forward, things will change even for the better. So we can tell from the even the military military that they are very happy with the man. So how can you prepare a coup against the man who's doing so many wonderful things for yourself? So we can't really see that happening. So what is this video that John NUMBI, and what is the impact of it on the population? 0 to none. Nothing really. A lot of people have looked at it, they've laughed, and they say, look, this man is just playing games because nothing will happen here. He's just so afraid. He's thinking the next 5 years again, am I going to be on exile? What is going to happen to my life? This is what prompted him to come out with such a video. But what we do know, what we can say, is that the situation is calm in the DRC. Even though there are questions, but people should know the situation is calm. What is happening in the eastern part of Congo is something that I will talk about. So when I say calm, it doesn't mean that there is no war that is taking place. Right now, as we speak, there are many people that are losing their lives in the eastern part of Congo. But this is one of the ongoing wars that have been for the past 25 years. But I will deal with that on a separate video. But right now, I just wanted to talk about John NUMBI and mention the fact that, you know, he came out and this is what he said. He threatens the current president and the regime, but from what we analyze, from what we understand, that it hasn't had much impact. All that the regime or he and his camp are thinking about is that somehow if they change the constitution, one of these days they'll fall into the hands of the government and they're going to have to pay a heavy price for it. But we'll bring you more information as we go on. If you are happy with what we're doing, please do subscribe, share this link with other people, and give us thumbs up. Thank you very much. Until the next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye for now.